did you try like boiling them to make them into tea?
No, but over time, I wound up liking the super bitter ones more. You know, that way of like you eat a really bitter thing a bunch, and so you're like actually.
Yeah, that's how bitterness works. The longer you let it sit with you, the better it becomes, right? That's how bitterness works.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway,
No.
Speaking of bitter, hi everyone and welcome to Topflight Tales. My name is Philip and I am your publisher.
Bitter, I hardly know her.
I am ensconced by my wonderful players Antan. And earlier, before we went live, I made KJ use an inhaler because I was stressing her out so much.
I think that was kind of a team
I'm sorry,
effort.
it was Sierra.
It was a precaution. I felt the stress in my lungs, and I didn't want to risk it.
Sierra had a really nice.
Is that because you were?
Nice plan.
I had walked away at that point, so is that because you were suppressing a barbarian rage-like scream, and it was trapped in your lungs?
Maybe. I've already blacked out some of it. It's
Dan, if you'd like to say inhaler,
I like that you didn't block out some of it. You blacked out some of it. You've lost that time.
gone.
How are you all doing tonight, players? Despite that anecdote, we haven't been talking.
I do feel a little guilty about the inhaler with KJ, but you know, but also at the same time, like that's old news for me.
How many times have you prompted an inhaler buff?
And
I think the last time we hung out. I can't explain why though, or else she might leave the stream.
Please don't.
Wasn't sure what you were referring to until this moment, and I promise you I will leave the stream. Just one utterance of it, and I am gone.
I swear to you, when I saw you, I almost said it.
I won't even say a thing. I will just leave the Zoom.
I feel
it's like in What We Do in the Shadows, where like Nadja and Lazar are talking, like, she's like, I dare not say the name of that vampire who organized that monstrosity, and then Lazar's like, well, I don't give a fuck, his name's Mike.
Wow. I like when there's genuine tension, especially when it's like not a fun kind, when it's like a serious interpersonal kind.
But
I like so much tension there's 11 shin.
Oh, woof.
I like so much tension.
I'm doing all right. I'm listening to a podcast about the Pinkertons, and despite all the awful stuff, shockingly, always on the right side of history regarding slavery.
Huh.
Always refused to hunt down runaway slaves and was an abolitionist.
Really?
Raised money for John Brown, like the Reverend Brown. So weird. Shitty people do good things sometimes.
Yeah,
what can you do?
Or just have interesting, you know. I mean, it's also one of those things where, like, I mean, you know, when you're a hired gun, when you're a mercenary, you know,
Oh no, that's
you're ceding a certain amount of, you know.
Oh no. The Pinkertons, like a lot of cops, invented the crimes that they solved. That's how he rose to prominence.
Yeah,
he would invent the crime and then solve it.
But that's because you're a capitalist. That's
right. But like, if he would refuse to hunt down runaway slaves, he also could have refused to break up unions. So he was. Not only did he refused to let any of his Pinkertons do it. Right? Like, it was an agency-wide thing.
Agency-wide mandate. That is interesting. What state was he from?
He's Scottish.
Oh.
He's a Scotsman that immigrated, but moved to Canada, and then was supposed to be going to Indiana, but his boat blew up, so he just stayed in Chicago.
I think the Scottish part explains all of it. Because if there's two things I know about every Scot I've ever met, they hate slavery and they hate unions. Which made it very hard in the Civil War.
That's why they keep
union
trying.
Was against slavery. See what I did there? Different kind of union.
Yeah.
And the English. Three things.
Well, the English is
they're trying to break up that union.
The English is their own country.
Yeah, they're trying to break up that union.
I guess they are fine with the Welsh. That's true.
Yeah, I don't think Scott.
Who can hate the Welsh?
The English.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the English hate everyone.
Speaking of what, I am like, I need to know what's going on with Kate Middleton. I'm sorry.
Welcome everyone.
Hey, soccer.
To Middle
No,
Talk.
that wasn't her. That was not her.
Wasn't her, everyone. That's what I've just been told. Well.
There you go. That seems like a good opening. Inhalers, Pinkertons, Kate Middleton. Great. Move on to the recaps.
So, we are, as you might have seen from our opening screen, and from the names that our wonderful players have already put up here, we are venturing. We are kicking off with the Meridian team into deep space. We have not had a Meridian Salvation arc thing since it appears. I'm gonna actually confirm this real quick. I don't think we've done one since episode 5. Issue 5 had Meridian Salvation Part 3, so tonight will be Meridian Salvation Part 4. This is because and by the way, off stream, so I could know what thing to put up. Dan did roll a D13. It wasn't a 13.
It was so close. It was just like teasing me those sweet little numbers, like one next to the other, and it didn't give me what I wanted.
I'm very sorry. So since then we checked in once with the Murder Babes, who have teamed up with Nightheart. We've checked in once with Topflight West, who decided that they wanted to go to Alpha City to chat with various people there and maybe check out a hell place. And then we had a longer full episode, full issue last week, was about Neon Flight, as we witnessed some very cool fun stuff there. But for today, we are kicking things off with Meridian Salvation Part 4. When last we visited with this team, Meridian had made the decision to, based on a vote that was interesting, because everyone in chat said, if you weren't here for this one, Pierce, everyone in chat, I said, what does Meridian do? Because when we last left off, Meridian walked into the Hell Embassy and came face to face with Mindlord. And the options were Meridian punches Mindlord, flies away at top speed, or sits down and chats. And everyone in chat said punch. But all the players were like, fly away. So she flew away, ruffling clothes as she departed. She then went and hung out with her Fiat team. Billy Jones, Violet Tower, Michael Sheen, Rena Rude. Everyone was ready to go. And she was sort of like discussing things with the Fiat people, wanting them to know that there were these sort of hellish things in Alpha City. Unfortunately, our dear Violet Tower, rolling a sweet fumble, misunderstood and thought that Meridian was saying there is a hell monster in this very room. So as you guys were boarding your craft, Violet Tower pulled out one of the precious arcane grenades that our demolitions expert keeps and hurled it at some interns. But because it was Meridian, she was able to fly there, catch it, absorb the blast like a champ. And Violet felt bad. Meridian tried to play everything down, say it's probably my own empathy power freaking you out since I'm so nervous. She said, how are we all feeling about going into space? Rena Rude said, less good now. Which is a direct quote, because I really liked that line. The team took the ship up. Michael got at the controls because he knows so much about the Challenger explosion. Is because he has spaceship control abilities. However,
you did it, didn't you? You had to have done it.
Nah.
No.
But
I'm just fascinated by it.
We then found out that this ship has been retrofitted. Yeah, Pierce, I think you were not here for this. The ship had been retrofitted with a new propulsion system in which Meridian actually pushes the vessel from the inside to achieve even faster speeds. So the idea is that the group is taking, and they are, for the record, not taking a special, they're taking kind of like a standard Fiat spacecraft. With Meridian pushing, they'll be able to get there pretty quickly. But the idea here is that they are going to go and visit Team Tomorrow at their base in deep space. so that they can maybe get a way into cathedral space for the purposes of, you know, figuring all this out. Figuring out a way to go to the astral
I forgot the entire
rescue
reason we were going into space until this moment. Yeah.
So, with all that in mind, I have two...
I like to think that...
Good.
I like to think that if we fail, KJ, that in Neon Flight, you will just Marty McFly fade out of existence.
No, they probably have DNA of her already out there. I'm sure.
I'm sure. Like, we could, you know, if we fade, her TT3 woke up somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so my friends, we have two options for a prologue today. Option 1, the cathedral, deep space. Option 2, Topflight Tower, Alpha City. Ooh, 2-2. Vote your heart. Oh, Sierra's gonna make it interesting. So Dan, you either tie it and we kick it to the crowd, or you say it's.
Can we know if these are both like right now?
Not necessarily this exact.
Right, but like, but generally now-ish.
Yes. 2. All right, Topflight Tower. So, and I genuinely apologize, KJ. Could you guys please all change to Lumen, Beowulf, and her screen just went off. Her screen
So
just went
angry.
off. She couldn't
I'm
be
so
angrier.
fucking angry.
She is angry for every reason. She
That
actually
is,
hates
there
me.
is nothing that shows her distaste more to switch to Lumen right now than light fading.
The light Lumen has gone dark. The light has faded. Did you move in anger and that dislodged the cable, do you think, KJ?
I slammed my desk.
You slammed your desk and the light went out? Well, the good news is you cannot see how hard Sierra is laughing right now. Sierra's walking away. Sierra's shaking a head, can't breathe, walked away.
Sierra, it's Sierra's inhaler turn.
Oh my god.
I will be right back.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
I am about that part. I am sorry about the computer not functioning. Sierra also got an inhaler. Yep. You weren't. I thought when you said that, I thought it was a joke. Nope. Sierra really.
Oh, I was joking. I didn't know that Sierra had an inhaler.
It's an inhaler kind of night. So yes, if you guys would all quickly change to Beowulf archetype, Teleportia.
Oh, wait.
Lumen.
Beowulf is hair down. It's Beowulf.
So sorry, so very sorry. And we are going to pause here a bit for KJ to return. And I am sorry.
What a beautiful night.
Whew.
I feel like the vibes are bad.
Ah, that was great.
I mean, you're not helping him. That's for sure.
It's not. I feel bad. I guess I probably should just take her to lunch tomorrow. She may not even want me to at this point. She may be like a decline.
You just buy her lunch.
Like have lunch like delivered to her from somewhere.
Yes.
I don't even have to be there. I'll offer that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got you.
Man. Well, as we wait for our prologue to start.
Maybe even bake something. If you do see her.
I am...
Oh, right. Yes.
I am not much of a baker myself.
Yes, I remember.
The baker.
Because baker's a science, and Philip's more of an artist.
I mean, that's how I do it. I like to. I gotta get in there. I gotta experiment. You know, I gotta get into the.
Yeah. Can't be bound by the constraints of 3 cups of flour.
KJ, we were just talking about what my amends have to be for you, and it was basically determined that I do have to provide you with lunch tomorrow, but I probably should not appear, so I will just have lunch of anything you want delivered to you, so that you can have
I can know a moment's peace.
Yes. No moment's peace. You can have a delicious meal on me, but without me being there ruining it by being me. Congratulations, Galanorian Saber, for the Advent Calendar dice train. Yes, it's a very fun one. I think I ordered the new ones. If you're talking about the Blackwood, what are they called? I can't remember the thing. But yeah, they're cool. And yeah, I'm not much. I don't bake too much, but if I had to,
But you make the shit out of a Caesar salad.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very happy with my Caesar. I hardly know her. Okay, so Caesar. That one works better than dark. So many of them.
Yeah, but that one's so much darker.
Caesar. I hardly know her. I'd only see someone I know. Oof. It's much darker indeed. Yes.
Are we switching? Are switching to Lumen? Is it just for this prologue?
I'm so sorry. This was.
I'm not even putting the dice out.
It was Pierce's idea to do this. Do you remember this was your idea, Pierce? Not to do this to you, but Pierce said your prologue should be check-ins with other games.
Oh, yes. I do remember that.
So if you want to blame anyone, blame me, because ultimately it's my fault. But
no, you can blame me.
I got the idea.
All of you are somehow at fault for this. I don't care how anymore. I am angry at every single one of you. Varying amounts, some more than others. But it's all there.
But who's the top two?
You know exactly who is at the top two. You are well aware.
Pierce and Sophia? That's so mean. Okay.
I was gonna say Pierce and Philip. Okay, that's fine. I can live with it.
Sophia just said, "I've done nothing and am innocent," which is just an accurate thing. So,
one of those is true.
All right. So Topflight West. We cut to Topflight West arriving in Topflight Tower, a place that you've been many times before, but this is the Topflight East headquarters. You as players, just to remember where your characters are coming from, you have basically come here so that you can speak to Topflight East about, all this stuff with this hell embassy on their streets, with this war of two hells, and you're basically thinking that you need to tell them about the final and kind of disclose to them about the alternate reality that you guys were in the Topflight Universe, where they had previously all died and you guys undid their death and all that stuff and sort of reset the timeline. So the question is, do you want to disclose to the current lineup, which is basically Shinobi Red will be there, Ghost Man will be there, the Dinosaurian. I have to roll to see if the Dinosaurian has gotten their size change powers under control or not.
Does Shinobi remember? Because she was with us for a lot of that.
Shinobi was not with you. Shinobi was involved. Shinobi was with you. Shinobi survived. You guys knew the Shinobi then, but Shinobi was not with you when you went to the astral plane to reset things. So Shinobi does not remember. Right. So the people present are Shinobi Red, Ghost Man, Ice Queen, and Vectron.
Hail Vectron.
Hail Vectron. Meridian is not here. Oh, and Baron Darkness. Meridian is not present. How could I possibly forget Baron Darkness? Meridian is not here, and neither is the Dinosaurian, because the Dinosaurian is currently too large. The Dinosaurian is like, there's currently a Dinosaurian, like they reset Dinosaurian to number 1, and they're doing like a story where Dinosaurian is like Godzilla sized, like wandering around the wilderness protecting a cool island. So, friends,
I have a
please
quick question,
yes.
just to the sage,
because
I don't recall ever seeing.
Yeah.
I don't recall ever seeing Baron Darkness use his powers. So, like, what's his eye tendril situation right now?
He doesn't have eye tendrils.
It's all on his hands.
Baroness Darkness uses the name of Baron Darkness, but their power sets are completely different. She uses nanites.
Okay.
His is just like a biological, like, mutant, like generating waves of darkness and everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, friends. My question to you as you come in. So basically, meanwhile, it is the four of you plus Synth Devil and Captain Eldritch Whisper. Four of you are all coming in with this crew. I will say that you could have decided this ahead of time, and if you guys just want to do this, or we can roleplay it. What I want to do is if you want to roleplay telling them stuff, you can. Otherwise, I'll just say we'll sort of cut to them having heard however much you're going to tell them.
I would have said before getting there, I would have told everyone else, like, look, like, I read about this. I know a lot about it, but this wasn't I wasn't part of this, so I will defer to all of you.
Probably the people that were there. Yes, that seems like a wise thing to do.
Yeah, what can I say?
I forgot that KJ is now also faced with the character that her character finds the most detestable of anything. So the irritation levels will continue.
As always, I defer to your judgment, which is flawless.
I am struggling to get into the head of Lumen at the moment.
Understood.
We're here just to tell them how they died.
So I'm so sorry. You guys basically decided I don't want to, and I could just say it's what you did because you kind of said you were doing it. Basically, you felt we need to tell them what's going on because we need to explain why we need Wilderado out of, like, why we need to make sure Wilderado is not able, because Wilderado has the final. Why we need to make sure Wilderado and Tatiana Temple and all these people, why they can't get them together. That's the idea.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Lumen would tell them everything. Is Synth with us?
I am always with you.
Okay.
And except for the times I'm not, but literally now.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, so there was a time, an alternate time, where you all died. Not you, Shinobi Red, actually. Sorry. My mistake. Everyone but Shinobi read that? No, she did die, but we brought her back.
Yes.
She almost died.
She almost.
You prevented her death.
Yes, she almost died. And then you all died from something called the Final, which is something that Tatiana Temple and Vectron and one more person.
Tatiana Temple,
Wilderado.
Narthex, and Wilderado.
Narthex
Yeah.
and Wilderado. Yes. Oh my God, I've forgotten everything. Okay.
It's okay.
They
We're playing
summoned.
4 different timelines simultaneously.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fine.
So, they summoned a creature called the Final, who had 5 different ways of sucking the life out of you in ever increasingly painful ways. And
With just a touch.
with
I think
just
the
a
book
touch.
specified it was 6, actually, but...
Oh, 6. Yes, of course. How could I forget? Thank you, Archetype, for staying silent like you said you would.
Shinobi Red will say, and this is a new member of your team, Archetype.
Yes, junior member.
This
Yes.
is a probationary child situation.
He's replacing
am-
armament.
No,
No.
no one.
No,
No.
no,
No.
no one.
No.
This
No.
child
Well,
appeared and we are
strictly speaking, in
we are
terms
now
of the team,
responsible.
Also, I don't know why they call me a child. I am...
Because you have a child's worth of battle experience. I've been very clear as to why I call you a child. Also, because you are easily the youngest person I've ever had to work with. You are absolutely a child.
And they're both warriors. Like I can totally understand why they would think that.
As I was saying.
Baron Darkness is kind of like over there, kind of. Do you teleport? Like, no, I guess it seems. I just want everyone to get along.
I think at this point I'm like gonna hover over to Baron Darkness and like just like whisper things like
He's got to give it you some.
my commentary.
Yeah.
Because he's basically my dad.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah. He shows you pictures of the kids he mentors.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Are they older? Are they older or younger than Archetype?
They're all They're all younger than Archetype. But so Lumen has kind of given this. You've explained that. Shinobi Red will say, this final. Did Meridian encounter this entity?
Yeah, she was one of the people who was very quickly vanquished by it.
No, I mean recently. You say the finals returned.
No.
But you did.
Yes.
Yes.
Told her
We
about
don't
it.
believe it's full power yet.
No, I did manage to survive a touch of it, but but barely.
I would like for any of the four of you who think you would, who think you sort of have a high thing in this, or have a shall we say, kind of, you know, like affinity towards the good old insight. If any of you think you are readers of people, I would love for you to make an insight roll. I guess the first question is, are any of you proficient in insight?
I'm not.
Okay.
I am. Shocking.
I am.
Lumen and Teleportia, please give me insight. I think Lumen, we said that your insight is it's like yours is purely like you have no like social grace insight, but you have very much like this. Oh, I see what's happening. This person is sleeping with their husband, kind of that vibe.
Yes.
Teleportia and Lumen.
Question.
Yes, please, Teleportia.
Since this is technically the prologue, do we still have our hero die for...
Smoke him if you got him. Come on.
You know what? Fuck it.
Throw anything you want.
Throw every die on this one.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
but-
gonna throw it.
But
What do you mean, but?
ooh, interesting plot twist. You have
Aw.
hero dice, but they will be your only hero dice for these characters all issue today. So if we return to you guys later, you won't have them.
Ah, I see.
You get them once per issue.
And we don't know. Oh my god. Okay, now
We'll
I'm
just
getting
stall
frustrated.
when we get back to the other one.
That's true.
Never relinquish.
We'll just keep talking until
Yeah.
the...
We're
Wind the clock
not
up.
gonna get back to Meridian. This prologue is the episode.
This prologue will be the episode.
We
that we'll
just
have
started with
5 minutes
Topflight
of.
West, and that's what we're doing.
That is plausible. I'm not going to say it's probable, but it is plausible. So Lumen and Teleportia, go ahead and make those insight rolls for me. Expend your dice if you'd like. Lumen has a preposterous modifier for this. Actually, though, Teleportia's is not bad.
25.
25, lovely.
Very good.
Gonna... 34.
34? Did you add them
So
all?
there was a 19. Hold on, did I do my math right? There's a 19, a 12. Nope, didn't do my math right. And a 9.
19, 12, and a 9?
Yes.
You added 2 dice on top of your d20?
Yes.
Okay, so 19 plus 12 is 31 plus 9 is 40. And then you have a plus 5. So you have a
That
45.
was really bad math.
So you've got to a 45 and you've expended, I presume, your d10 and your d12. Cool. All right.
It was, yeah, the D12, which, it was a 12, so I get to keep it.
No, actually, you don't. That's different. That's a different thing. You expended to put it on top. You just have expended it. But a 45. So Lumen, you sense with no, like, Lumen, you sense a great deal of frustration coming off of Shinobi Red right now. Okay. Teleportia, you sense the same, but with a 45. And perhaps it's because... Oh, actually, Teleportia, I'll say maybe you're even reading other body language. Teleportia, you pick up the following. Based on a glance from Baron Darkness, you follow his eye line, and you have this beautiful mind moment of figuring out what a lot of people are feeling. Vectron, Baron Darkness, and Ice Queen seem very uncomfortable. Shinobi Red seems angry, and Ghost Man and Shinobi Red are in a sort of glancing at each other battle of wills, in which Teleportia with a effing 45, you understand that Ghost Man's eyes are saying to Shinobi Red, don't. And Shinobi Red is saying, we do. We have to. So that is the sense you get. Lumen, all you get is Shinobi Red seems very angry.
I am sensing not gratitude from you that I'm telling you the truth about your previous lives that we did save at least one of you.
With this knowledge, Shinobi Red, you should be able to prevent your death this time around. This is good news.
Shinobi Red says, I need you to tell us more about this final. You say that it was created by Tatiana Temple, Wildorado, and Narthex.
Yes.
And now you say that Wildorado is in hell with this returned final.
Yes.
Ghostman takes like half a step or half a hover forward. Shinobi Red doesn't even turn to him. And this thing is not at full power.
No.
Yes.
No.
And if it is at full power, you believe that it can kill all of us with a mere touch.
It did
Yes.
before.
Ghostman says, but listen, it's we don't know what it will do. We're not sure what the actual, this is a possible future, a possible past. Who knows how things will be here? After all, Tatiana Temple in our universe has not been here being a criminal mastermind for all this time. She's elsewhere, right? So how could this thing even be? It seems this is very good information, and we now understand why you would want to go to New Hell to seek this out. But you're saying, oh wait, would you guys have proposed your let's set a trap plan?
I don't remember the plan,
No,
but if that was the plan,
really-
yes.
Okay, sorry. Yes. You one possible plan was, do we draw them out and set a trap for them?
Yes.
Ghostman is like,
If that wasn't what Archetype suggested, that is what Lumen is on board for.
I
right. Yeah,
believe
no, we
it was
didn't
a-
want to go into hell. Like, Synth Devil really wanted us to just start a war, and we were
Yes.
trying to find any way to not take sides
Yes.
and drag Earth into the war. So, yeah.
So in other words, you believe that we are safe because Tatiana Temple is not here.
I don't believe I ever said that. No.
You believe that we are safer because she is not here.
No, I believe we're all in danger, which is why I'm telling you about.
Yes, I mean,
Ghostman says,
even if
that seems like not the right thing to focus on, Shinobi. She just the tension is boiling.
even if the final is not at full strength, it did. I would not compare myself to. I am very powerful, and it nearly felled me with but a few strikes. It's still quite a formidable enemy without full power. So I would not say you're safe.
Shinobi
Unless we cut off its head.
Shinobi Red's kind of. Go ahead, Teleportia.
Was cutting off its head?
We never got close. We weren't able to even like try.
Oh, right.
to
We
do
trapped
that.
it.
Captain Eldritch had to do that.
Oh, they sort of gesture to Whisper, and she's like, "Fuck."
Not this one.
Different cap.
Yes.
Yay! The
At least
only good thing so far.
Certainly the only good thing Philip's done so far tonight.
Oh, true.
Whisper says, I was not Captain Eldritch in that reality. And they're like, well, we can't believe, and Baron Dark's like, I can't believe in a reality where you're not Captain Eldritch. And she's just like, well, more accurately, she's like, Shinobi, however, seems very tense, and Ghostman says, Shinobi, may I speak with you for a moment? She glares at him. She looks back at all of you and says, you say that we were allies in this timeline. We were friends for a while. When everyone else
Yes.
fell, you saved me.
Yes.
Did you come to
Yes.
trust me in this timeline?
Yes.
Yes, but I'm feeling from your line of questioning that you may not trust us now.
No. I'm worried that you're the only ones I can trust. And Ghostman says, Shinobi! And
Oh, that is much better.
they walk out. Go ahead, Beowulf.
We helped you get your
Oh.
heart back.
That weirdly did happen in this timeline also. You guys showed back up with
Ah,
her heart.
snapping.
Yeah. That's like how you
yeah,
came
never
back to
mind.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she will be like, I do remember that. She'll drop her angry thing and she'll go, now that I remember. Now that one's here.
Lumen will go up to Baron Darkness and go, by the way, at the funeral, I didn't say a single bad thing about you.
That's because I stopped you.
No, I made the decision to not say a bad thing once I got up to the podium. I
cannot
abandoned
comment
all
on
those
this.
cards.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yeah, I had to pick up all those cards.
It was a lot of cards,
It
too,
was a
right?
lot of cards.
It's a lot of
Um,
cards.
It was a lot of
While
cards.
this is going on, Vectron kind of like walks over to
Kill Vectron.
Archetype and goes, so you're like from another reality where like you've read all about us as comic books? What am I like in the comics?
So does Baron Darkness?
This is Vectron, a guy you've almost never heard of.
Yeah. You're heroic.
Oh, well, don't hate the sound of that.
You're cool.
All right. Ice Queen says, "What about me? Am I ice around hand cool?"
Of course, yeah. How could you not be?
It's little power-based humor. Don't worry about it. It's
No, I get
easier
it.
for me because a lot more things are you say something is cool or cold as opposed to it's a electromagnetic vector field.
Right. No, look, you do your hero thing in the comic books. I don't know. I've never seen you actually in real life in action. So, what do I know?
God, if only he spoke with that level of humility around Lumen, she wouldn't hate him. Yes, Beowulf.
No, nothing. Never mind.
In the meantime, though, Teleportia, you and Lumen can feel kind of as they're sitting standing on the far side, just like Shinobi and Ghostman are like, there's gesticulation. There's some that stuff, but you can't see either of their mouths. But they're having an intense argument.
Were we supposed to keep secret that Tatiana Temple's in a different plane?
And I am sorry, this is a thing. You guys can tell anyone anything you want.
In a second, yes. when you become Rena, yes.
Yeah.
For now, all's well.
Okay.
Baron Dark. Yeah, go ahead, Beowulf.
I was just gonna say, I will draw I'll just draw the short sword.
Okay.
I will just say, gesturing over at Ghostman and Shinobi Red, I'll just say, I have seen this sort of body language many times. A fight is about to erupt. You should be prepared.
If a fight erupts between those two, I would not survive if I intervened.
Yeah, Baron Darkness says, I don't think they're gonna fight. I hope they don't. Everything's kind of tense here. That's all. But
Do you know what they're talking about?
what? No, not at all.
All right, I know you're lying.
I'm not even
Typical.
gonna roll because I'm not typical.
Stop looking bad in front of her.
Oh, it's like a warm blanket.
Just feels so at home.
Oh, typical. That's a fun thing. Baron Darkness kind of sheepishly just says, it's It's definitely not my place to say, but I know why they're angry. Yes, there's a bit of an argument going on that's connected to this. We've heard parts of this story, and we're all on the same team, though. That's the main thing to remember.
Are we gonna be okay?
I hope we're all okay.
Do you ever actually say anything? Because that was a lot of words that I don't actually think mean anything.
Sometimes I say more, but right now, this is what we call, in our sort of time and culture, this is what we call a maximally awkward situation. So I'm just kind of trying to extricate myself from it. He does the Jim from The Office thing where he's now standing like further from. It's like, are you backing away? He's like, no, like touch the desk, and he can't reach it. He's backed away 6 feet. That's the vibe. But as he sort of begins to sort of back away from this, Dan, would you please roll a d20, and KJ, would you please roll a d20?
18.
18.
You guys tied in 18. All right, then Shinobi Red and Ghost Man are continuing to argue, but the argument is getting like more intense, and now it is kind of like there is in fact a maybe Shinobi Red sword still in sheathed or whatever. She slams it against a wall, and there's this kind of shaking sound.
Can I hear what's going on, or
you can make a listen roll if you want to try to do that. Also, hello Raiders. We're just in the midst of our prologue today.
I'm using Mrs. Got It to give myself proficiency in perception. Wait, perception's a different thing, but you can I would let you use Mrs. Got It to perception's up at the top of your sheet in this perception so factor. I get an extra +3 to that?
Yes, I will let you get an extra +3 to that for sure.
That's a 2, so I'm going to actually use my fucking D4 on that. I'm also going to use my Historian Military Intelligence Agent on that. So right now we're sitting at an 11.
Okay, 11 plus.
That's an 8, so that puts me in 19. I'll spend a D12 and a D10 on that as well.
Hey, that's what Teleportia spent.
12 and an 8.
12 and 8?
39.
39? So a 2 on your D20, but you got it to a 39. For anyone joining us or wondering how this stuff goes, our players are superheroes in this current prologue system. This is the prologue to a different thing. They have hero dice that they can use in a variety of ways, including adding them on top. And Archetype has a lot of additional little power, so he can add some dice to certain rolls a limited number of times. So he rolled a 2, but he had a +9. And then he rolled an 8 on top of that, and a D12 and a D10 that he spent. So whatever he's burned through, he got his 2 to a 39. Not a bad day's work. Archetype. I will say that with a 39, I'd love to say that the threshold for this was 40, but in my head it was 30. So you could throw up that thing, but it was a 30. So I will say that you do overhear the following. And this is interesting for you to hear it because you're the least invested. I love this.
God damn it.
You hear Shinobi saying, "We need to tell them what Meridian is doing." This is beyond reckless. You even hear her saying to him with a 39, her saying, "I don't care if you're sleeping with her now." And he'll say, "I'm not sleeping. We've just been on a couple dates." She's like, "Fernando, stop it. We cannot. This is too dangerous. She's too trusting and too reckless. We have to tell her. You have to tell them." Archetype, you've heard that.
Is Teleportia still just off in the corner with Baron Darkness?
Not in the corner, but yeah, she's
Okay. Who and then is Lumen
Lumen, after Baron Darkness lied and you said typical, would you have stood away? Would you have stayed with him, or would you have walked away?
Probably walked away.
So Lumen's off by herself?
Lumen's alone at the moment.
I'll go up to Lumen.
I love it.
Well, and it's
Yeah, I didn't know that did you know that Meridian and Ghostman are kind of having a thing?
I can see them fighting in my own eyes. Yes.
No. Meridian and Ghostman.
Yes, they are fighting over there. I see it.
So that's Shinobi. Shinobi Red.
Urson. Yeah, yes, I see them fighting.
No,
Yes.
Meridian and Ghostman. Do you know they're like dating?
Would I know that?
Nope.
No, right?
Probably not.
No, I don't know that. That sounds like gossip.
I will lean into Teleportia as I pull out a second sword and say, "Be careful, there are multiple fights about to break."
As he looks at Archetype and Lumen. There's about to be a lot of bloodshed.
I turn over to Baron going like, I think we're gonna need a lot of sandwiches.
Baron says, "Do you have some? Oh, your sandwiches are good. Do you have any breakfast sandwiches?"
We need to go to Top Chef right now. This is gonna get bad. I feel like we need to start dispersing.
I'll put in. He'll sort of nod and say, "I'll put in an order," and he picks up like the courtesy. So it's like as everyone's tense, he's picking up a courtesy phone like, "Send 50 sandwiches." Yeah, sure.
I will deliver them. It's fine. They just need to make them and fast.
No, we need you here to put portals. We need you here to make portals so people don't punch each other if it comes to it.
Okay.
Lumen and Archetype are chatting. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just didn't know. That kind of thing seems like is that kind of like what's company policy on like inter-team fraternization, and then also like is that the kind of stuff you have to like declare?
Who would we declare? No. Synth Devil? No. I don't think there is any rules against it as long as it does not interfere with our heroing.
I don't know, because it seemed like I don't know if that's what Shinobi Red was like really upset about, like wanting to tell it, like not like people not telling you guys about or us about. I don't know. I guess I'm one of you guys now.
They're fighting because they want.
I mean, she's doing something. I don't know. Meridian.
With Ghostman?
I don't know. I mean, could be.
You came to me.
You were standing over here. I should Teleportia and Finn down over there with Bear Darkness.
I thought you had concrete, like a thing to say, but you came here with gossip and half gossip even. What?
I don't know. I said there's like hidden information. I thought you might be into that kind of thing.
Hidden, but you don't even know that.
Meridian's.
She's doing what?
I think I'm gonna try to go over to them at that point and
please.
start going like, what is everything okay? Like,
Hey, did you know Meridian and Ghostman might be dating?
what?
Yeah. What's the rules on that?
Is that?
You are engaging in gossip.
Also, Shinobi Red. They're fighting about like information they didn't want to. Meridian's doing something. I don't know. I thought you might want to know. I don't know.
Did they say what she's doing?
I just overheard. I was listening because I'm a sneak.
Was eavesdropping, and then came here to gossip.
Then that's when I go over to Baron going like, what's Meridian doing right now?
Baron says, I'm gonna go get those sandwiches after all, and he marches out.
Everyone is engaging in gossip.
And then I'd make a portal to make him come back.
Oh, wow! That's really disorienting because as the Bear in Darkness, I'm always really worried about where the sun is, and it was suddenly on the wrong side. It just switched. No. I'm gonna go get sandwiches? Hey, Shinobi, Ghostman, you guys are kind of raising, and they both say, shut! And then they kind of go back to their argument. Ooh, I'll tell you what.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
Wow. Okay. At this point, Ice Queen just steps forward and says, they're trying to decide whether or not they should tell you about Meridian's mission. And Ghostman says, stop! And even Vectron and Baron are like, no. And Ice Queen says, whatever. The two of you are arguing. They know something's going on. They've experienced all of this. We haven't. I think they have a right to know what's happening. They'll have more context. Ghostman kind of appears, appears before Ice Queen says, please don't, this is important to her. She's like, if it was so important, why didn't you go with her? And then she walks through Ghostman and kind of comes and takes center stage and says, Meridian hearing the story that you told her, is currently on a mission to the astral plane to rescue Tatiana Temple. She
What?
asked us to go with her.
I'm sorry.
We all declined.
I apologize. I think I'm having a stroke.
Why?
I believe you may have. I'm still sort of learning my way around the modern language, but I believe you mean kill. She is on a mission to kill
Ghostman says,
the enemy.
no, she's on a mission to save her. She says.
Does anyone hear that ringing? Just a really loud, just
Like
constant.
almost like flames. Flames.
Flames on the side of my face.
Wow, I thought she was smart.
And Ghostman says she's very smart. She's just also. And Shinobi says, no, she's not very smart. She is an idiot. I said this was a bad idea. I wanted to tell you all earlier. But based on what you've just told me, Shinobi Red kind of steps
Stop
to the wall
her.
and says,
But she took. Is she alone, or did she take other heroes to help her with this surely very dangerous mission?
everyone turns to Ghostman and he says, I don't know. I kind of, things were awkward when she was leaving, but I heard that she might have gotten Fiat's help.
Can we see her mission right now, where they are right now?
Ghostman, Synth Devil's just like, accessing computer. And Ghostman, and Synth Devil's just, she is on a mission to deep space. She's trying to find a way to the astral plane within a gravitational anomaly within the cathedral's regions of the Great Vacuum. Captain, yeah, go ahead.
And since this Fiat is another team of heroes.
Fiat is a intergovernmental organization assisting Flight Infinity in its missions and objectives. Captain Eldritch will sort of turn to you and go, think of them as the infantry. Foot soldiers.
Just disposable suits.
That seems well, very stupid. I don't know another way to
Shinobi Red will say, well, none of us would go with her. But none of us even had the guts to stop her when we needed to.
But why?
Because we respect her.
No, why would you not go with her? You are a team.
They exchange awkward looks. They have no answer. They feel ashamed.
I will look over at Baron Darkness and say, oh, I understand this maximally awkward thing you said earlier.
He gives you, but when he does it, it's cool. He gives you these like darkness tipped finger guns, just these little like orbs, little orbs of like of. But you get what it is.
Weirdly, Whisper's glasses float down when he does.
Yeah. Ghostman says, she was worried about you all knowing. She was worried you'd have a bad reaction. Her heart is in the right place.
Yeah! You all died!
Synth Devil says, or rather, yeah, wait. Synth Devil will say, well, as important as this is, let us discuss the much more relevant issue, the war between two hells. And, Captain Eldritch is like,
wait.
Ahead,
Before we discuss the war,
yeah.
Teleportia, we need sandwiches.
At that moment, the elevators open and some Top Chef staff come in and put down platters of sandwiches.
Chefs, please tell us about the sandwiches you have prepared for us.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, of course, for Ice Queen, we have several ice cream sandwiches, and she picks one up.
Lumen is actually just she's going to turn to Archetype.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually like to go back to discussing the gossip.
At this point, however, Captain Eldritch says, well, This is, I suppose, something that should have been expected. Ghostman, I wish you'd had a more level head on this, but, well, I suppose your history with women is always... She kind of turns to the rest of the team and says, Topflight West, I see we have two options. We either take Top Sauce, chase after her, and intercept them before she gets to wherever she's going, or we travel directly to the astral plane and try to stop her there. We have to talk some sense into her. Synth Devil says, but again, there are much more pressing things. Maybe we can... And Shinobi says to Synth Devil, if you're not going, I'll take your place. She kind of goes over and stands with Topflight West. You're right, of course, Captain Eldritch. We need to handle the situation.
Lumen.
If we take Top Sauce to chase after ourselves, what happens?
It's a great question.
I think we mix. We
We'll
become two and fight
It'll be
ourselves.
It'll be some interesting stuff will happen.
Okay.
But remember, it's 8:34 and we're still in the prologue.
Oh my goodness.
This is like one of those movies where like the credits happen just like an hour into the movie in such a weird way.
Perhaps we should stop Meridian, Synth Devil, and then when we bring her back, she will surely want to stop the war between hells.
Synth Devil says,
But now I feel like I don't know what she's thinking.
I cannot venture to the astral plane or to deep space now, not with things so delicate here.
No,
but if Shinobi
I
Red will
understand.
be taking my place.
I just mean that we will help you after this actually more pressing thing.
Of course, take all the time you need. Perhaps members of Topflight East. Shinobi and I can do a bit of a synth red swap. We do have similar color schemes. They actually do. She's very red and he's red and black, so it's like it kind of tracks. So, are you willing to get into Top Sauce? It's right outside. You've landed on the roof.
I mean, I guess are we going to chase ourselves, or are we going to beat ourselves there?
I'll step out of bail for a second, because he'll just follow whatever you say, Lumen. I think chasing ourselves down is probably better than going to the astral plane, like, because we want to just prevent anyone from going there, because like the moment we go there, right, Tatiana's got a plan, right? I'm sure that if someone comes in, she will find a way to use that to get out.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But I will follow your lead.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to just stop them before they go in. So,
fortunately, your ship is faster than hers. You might be able to beat her to Team Tomorrow.
Archetype, in your children's books, did they ever show what was in what Tatiana was doing?
did I ever see any of that?
You did see that she was she did have some plan, and she had
A guy. I know she had Dustin Howell.
She
there.
was turning Dustin Howell into he had like a baseball bat, and she was letting him be like a Red Sox fan there or something weird.
She was letting him be.
Yeah,
I don't think that that's anything anyone could
Well, what's
repress
really
in Dustin Howell.
No, what's really upsetting is that Connor is probably also a Red Sox fan.
He is, because where he goes to school. Oh shit, Connor.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Is Connor and Dustin Howell all along?
Where is Oakshire University?
No, but Connor's from
Connecticut.
outside. Connor's from a Boston suburb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But also, sorry, everyone I guess Connecticut, some people would be like,
No, it's Southern Connecticut's basically New York.
But
Yeah, it's split. It's split down. So Northern Connecticut is Red Sox, Southern Connecticut is Yankees.
this is Northern, I think. Hold on.
Well, but also Connor is from outside of Boston. So
If he's from
Oh,
outside of
yeah.
Boston, forget it.
That's part of the fabric of his identity.
But
Yeah.
I do need to look
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
map here. where
Although it could also like not be because he like is he always he's the kind of kid who like he's the kind of middle child who tries to be different from the rest of his family, which is why he didn't go to the same university as like the rest of his family.
if it's
He's
based
the middle child.
if it's based purely on distance, it is not northern, it is southern Connecticut, but it is basically on the border with Rhode Island. So it's closer to Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, they're all Red Sox fans.
Yeah.
I think they're Red Sox fans.
They are.
Yeah. So then in response to Lumen will say, well, I mean, I did see her. She was, I don't know exactly what she was doing. She was preparing for something, and she did have an old friend of yours with her.
Which one?
Just a little guy named, Dustin Howell.
Oh,
At
this
this,
is fine.
Synth Devil suddenly glides back over and says, "Never mind, I shall come with you." May the two hells be damned!
Dustin Howell didn't do anything bad, right? He just Synth wanted.
He disrespected the power Eldritch.
So he is so Sith Devil is Sam and Bucky, and Dustin Howell is the guy that took up Captain America because they were too busy debating. Like that's how angry he is about it for nothing that the guy has done. He just doesn't deserve to wear the mantle.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Dustin Howell did not deserve to wear the mantle. Synth Devil's reaction to it may be more than it needs to be.
But, you know, to quote Gandalf, many who are given death deserve life. Many are, you know,
Dude.
who are we to choose?
So okay, so he wasn't a bad guy.
Just because he is not bad guy.
Sure.
Doesn't mean he's
But
not
I mean-
bad guy.
Okay, my question is: should Lumen feel conflicted because if does Dustin deserve to be trapped with Tatiana?
Well, also
Okay.
the thing about it is-
Lumen. Yeah, go ahead.
Dustin, from what we know, if this is going to happen again, right? Dustin was the key to stopping the final.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
but
And
Captain Eldritch was.
But-
Dustin
yeah.
wasn't.
But
we
Lumen,
have one.
But Lumen, what did Dustin do when he stopped the final?
He took it.
He siphoned off its energy to use on some project, and then his arcane abomination, the Fleecing Themester, stole it. So Dustin Howell would definitely be like neutral alignment. He is not a hero. He's always trying to like do fun stuff and mac on honeys.
Okay.
And he's successful at it. Because god damn it, when he talks about how his dad's a roofer, the girls of Boston can't.
Okay. So,
It's
but
like
then
Charles
still though,
Yeah.
he was only able to do that when he had
Oh, is that Riverman's power? No.
when he had the Captain Eldritch power.
Yes.
As he is now, he's just a guy,
Just
right?
a douche.
And also, as he is now, he never lived that, right?
That is true. Thanks to
So
Synth
this
Devil.
Dustin Howell really is just a guy.
Yes.
Well, now he's more than just a guy for what Tatiana's trained him up to be.
But that is what Archetype's telling you. He's been turned into some other thing.
Oh, wait. Just a question, since I am also trying to understand. Does this Tatiana, would she remember what you all went through? Because it would seem to me that if I had failed and I had the chance to enact the plan again, that I would eliminate what had stopped it before. And if she has taken this man that foiled her before and trained him to her side,
So the details of this, Beowulf, are a thing you would not understand. Synth Devil explained this part to Meridian, that's why she went. And I guess he could sort of give it again. The upshot is she doesn't remember. She remembers this was a Tatiana Temple then who was trying to do a different bad stuff. So she's already a villain, but she doesn't know all about the final and all of that. Unless even back then that was like a long-term plan of hers, in which case she would. But she's a different era of Lex Luthor. Think of it like that. However, saying that does prompt Ghostman to sort of kind of float over and say, but listen, that's exactly why she's going, Beowulf. And yes, also for Dustin. She feels that they're trapped there, and that, you know, at least Tatiana was supposed to be a part of her life, even if an enemy. And that's what Meridian does. She tries to save everyone, even her enemy. So that's why she's going, because she says, if you save someone, maybe that changes them, that helps them. And none of us wanted to go with her, because, yeah.
Well, in my experience, I found that to be decidedly untrue.
Well,
the best way to change someone is to kill them. That is a definite change.
Yeah, that's you and Meridian are going to see eye to eye on that.
Or years and years of reprogramming.
Well, also, you guys aren't going to see eye to eye on that either. Ghostman will say.
Although you and Tatiana, Temple might. It sounds like that's what she's been doing.
Rough.
Oof.
So this Dustin Howell did nothing, but he has been reprogrammed by Tatiana Temple, which also this one has not summoned the final, but has the potential to later. And then,
But the fact that Will Dorado is trying to fulfill the final means that he needs Tatiana. So we need to take something out of the equation, right?
The something is Tatiana. She must die.
No, Ghostman's like, please. Ghostman just says, I'm not standing against anyone, but I'm going to ask you, just don't let it come to a fight, please. Don't fight.
What is it
you
that
going
we
to-
do here?
Not amongst ourselves. He's mainly speaking to Shinobi, but he says, if you go with them, I'm not going to stand in anyone's way. But don't fight Meridian.
Are
She
you
power
gonna
surged, right?
come with us?
We cannot fight her.
No,
Matter of factly.
I'm not. Just don't. And Shinobi Red will, with ice. You'd think Shinobi Red is Ice Queen the way she does this. She simply says, I can.
You I like. You I understand.
Wait, but Ghostman, why aren't you coming? Aren't you guys together? As we found out. Also, how does that work?
He just like shoots dirty looks at everyone and says, no, we're not. We don't know what's going on.
She is partaking in gossip.
I'm not going because there is a lot more going on, and I understand why you all feel you have to do this. I don't think you should go. But I'm asking if you do go, and I'm really talking to Shinobi. Please don't fight her. At that, he just kind of turns, he just like moves through the wall and is out. Ice Queen kind of is Ice Queen is doing the like, she looks cold not from temperature but from emotion, kind of like this. Vectron is just
I feel I've had too much time in this plane because I feel prior I would know exactly what to do about this Dustin Howell.
Captain Eldritch says, if we can save Dustin Howell, then fine. If not, no great loss. But we must go. We must stop Meridian.
Yes, you're right. We will do that.
Yeah.
And you guys will head with Shinobi and now Synth Devil.
So he is coming with us.
Synth Devil was not coming with you until you brought up Dustin Howell, and then he decided he is coming with you. You are leaving the War of the Two Hells without a major everything. I love this. Amazing.
We are not. Synth Devil should be staying.
If you guys
Yeah.
if you want to tell Synth Devil to stay, it is likely he would listen to your,
He's gonna do what if he feels he is better served stopping Dustin Howell from coming back than he is fighting with the Two Hells. That's his decision.
Understood. So if you guys go to Top Sauce, if memory serves, is Archetype the pilot of Top Sauce? Is that how it works?
I do have a plus
No.
7 vehicle / pilot.
Or no, you
No,
wouldn't
is
let
it?
him fly it.
Michael, the pilot of the other one.
Yeah.
Dan loves being
Yeah.
the pilot. Anjin.
Yeah.
Guys, guys, watch Shogun. It's really good.
Watch, it's so good.
No, Armament was the pilot of Top Sauce.
Yeah.
Now,
I have step into piloting vehicles.
are you fucking kidding
He
me?
did it. He did it specifically to upset you.
No, that sounds right.
I remember you're like, then I believe it.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it might have even been back in the. It was like before Topflight Tales. I think it was in like one of those issues. He took the controls and he actually did it well, and you guys were very irritated.
That sounds right. Okay.
Before we leave, I think I'll ask Baron to keep searching for Wild Dorado, and just try to help anything we can to try to keep an eye on the final, even if we don't know where. I mean, we do know, but just try to get more
Darkness
info
says-
by the point we come back.
Baron Dart is like, all right, that's what Topflight used to do, and he kind of looks at how Meridian's gone, Shinobi's going with you guys, Dinosaur is doing his own thing. He's like, probably have to call in some reinforcements for that. Yes, Archetype.
Well, specifically, I have expertise in pilot because of Jacket Girl.
That is
Right.
why. One of your things is Jacket Girl.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what it was. Ha-ha! Jacket Girl. Still affecting things. And that's also why Archetype is into very old, wrinkled, foul-smelling old men.
Why do they have to be foul smelling?
Because
They
that's
can just-
how you can tell the vintage from half a room away.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
Oh my god.
What?
Have you? Oh my god, I saw this hot older man the other day. He must have been 90. His skin was like paper, and he had these weird sores.
His skin
all over
was like
his
paper.
arms. Like if anything touches him, he bruises. Mm. Anyway, I'm an amazing pilot, and my jackets are on point. Deal with it. Jacket Girl. Been a while since we've been in that Star Wars games, but that's Jacket Girl. All right. So,
She's
Was that the end of the
so
prologue?
end prologue. Everyone, please switch back to
Oh
your,
my god.
your Meridian characters.
I also give a hug to Baron. Goodbye.
He's so good at hugging.
He's so good.
I'm sure he thinks he is.
I like the idea of the way that like if this were filmed, the way that this would cut is like we'd be getting in Top Sauce, like Archetype would sit down at the controls, his hands like put his hands on the thing. It would pan down to the board of like, and then pan back up, and it's Michael Sheen.
Yeah, and it's Michael Sheen at the thing. Yeah, exactly. That is how it would be. I'll say that. Match panel to Michael Sheen piloting the Fiat vessel. Speaking of which, hey Michael, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
So remember, now we're in our D100 system.
Yes,
Guys, we have a lot of fun here. Michael, would you actually give me a pilot role?
I'd love to. If I can find my fucking D10.
Well, that is always the trick, isn't it?
One, there's two. Perfect. Spending a power to reroll.
You also all go back up to full 10 power.
Success, 46.
Great. With a normal success, you're on time. Everything's traveling at a decent pace here. Meridian will sort of like hit the button from the engine room and say, I actually wanted to come talk to everyone if you think you can go to conventional power for a second.
Yeah, switching over.
Okay. She'll fly up, and pretty soon, Billy, you're sorting your Science the Congregation decks. Rena and Violet, you're doing... Violet, I assume you're still kicking yourself for what you did. Rena, I assume you're spreadsheeting for fun. But as sort of...
She's setting up several just in case PowerPoints for explaining things that may be on the way.
And Meridian says, "So it looks like we're just kind of one more push until we get to Team Tomorrow's base. And I actually think we may even be in comm range of them if we wanted to try that in a moment, just to let them know we're coming. But before we go, I just wanted to check in with everyone and see how you were all feeling. I know that tensions were very high when we left. She doesn't even look at Violet Tower, but you probably wince.
I'm whimpering.
And okay, hey guys, out there in chat, it's been a minute. This was supposed to be Meridian Day. Haven't even done this. Players, you all get 1 vote. Chat gets a vote too. I'm gonna do a minute on this. So Meridian will say. Meridian will say one of the following. A, hey Violet, don't worry about it. It happens to everyone. Or she won't bring it up to Violet. She's either going to try to comfort Violet or she won't bring it up. So press A to comfort Violet or B to leave it, let it go, and not comfort Violet. What would Meridian do?
I forget, do you want us to voice it or just or type it?
Oh, yeah, you guys type it. That's good. Yeah, you're all in chat. Perfect. So,
I know what I want her to do.
1 minute from
yeah.
right now. Well, since the stakes on this one are lower, just do what you want, you know.
Oh boy.
A.
Which one's A?
A is
Comfort.
say something to Violet.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Thank
say
you.
Nothing. Wow. A, B.
And then it's gonna be AA again, so then it's ABBA.
I don't, yeah.
Abba.
Yeah.
It's AAABB.
Or option C, lay into her. Just forget what she was gonna say, and just...
Actually, although that does remind me, Violet, that was really dumb what you did.
Meridian uses the most foul language ever used in her life.
I think that also Violet, I never swear. It's like a point of pride.
It's a splash page
But-
with a giant word bubble that's just nothing but special characters.
All right, so that's a minute from when I said for the thing, even though for you guys it's less time. Apologies. That means that Meridian does try to comfort Violet. She'll sort of say, I will, however, roll for her. Because maybe she won't completely ruin this. She gets a normal success. So without fully putting her foot in her mouth, but probably maybe not making you feel great, she'll say, I know tensions are high, like Violet, I hope you're not worried about that. It's the kind of mistake we all make all the time. No harm done. Everything's fine.
Rena's just gonna make a face like, what?
And then I'll go. Oh.
She said, so Rena has made mistakes like that?
No!
Oh,
I don't even know her.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
even
Violet.
know her that well.
I haven't. Just for the
For the record,
record.
I haven't.
I didn't think you did. Thank you. Oh, God.
Meridian will kind of realize this is getting more awkward. And say, ooh, I feel like I once talked to Baron Darkness about a situation like this. Anyway, I just wanted to sort of check in, make sure we're all feeling all right. Because this is a tense situation.
Yeah.
I know we just had like a tense situation here, but are we expecting something to happen to us, like when we arrive at the cathedral?
Well,
Are you expecting
if we go to the
something there?
cathedral, things will certainly be tense. Here at Team
Team
Tomorrow's
Tom-
base, things should be a little more.
Like, should we be expecting problems with Team Tomorrow?
No, Team Tomorrow will be okay. I just more mean that, we're in deep space where I would imagine that for the four of you, this is the furthest from home you've ever been.
Yes.
Physically, yeah.
Oh, but not emotionally?
No. No. There's a period of time where I was pretty emotionally lost.
We've all been there too. And she once again gives Violet a look of like, see, we're all lost sometimes. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
But honestly, My Copernicus deck has never functioned better than it has during this trip, and so I'm great.
You just play these dummy hands with yourself?
Yeah, I've been trying to Violet really won't join in.
I'm making I'm making notes to refer Billy and Violet to Fiat internal counseling when we return to Earth.
Understood. Well, Meridian says, well, in any case, I appreciate what we're doing. Now, Michael, is it okay if I try to access the comm system here? See if I can get Team Tomorrow on the horn? Great.
By all means.
She'll kind of go over to it and do another vote here. Meridian is going to reach out to Team Tomorrow. Should Meridian, this will be an ABC, should she A, do a very formal, like, this is Fiat Vessel, requesting an approach for, she should do a very formal kind of standard by the book greeting. Should she do something friendly and casual to try to instantly rebuild some rapport with the members of Team Tomorrow, like Commander Cosmic? Or should she be sort of cryptic in what she's doing, in case anyone's listening, or just to sort of, kind of, should she play things close? Should she be formal? Should she be sort of friendly? Or should she be sort of cryptic? A, formal. B, friendly. C, cryptic. We have 1 minute to vote now.
Always be cryptic. ABC.
A, always B, C, cryptic. Always be cryptic. Ooh.
Bab so far.
Bab. Wow, very babby. How is
Babby.
babby formed? Babba.
Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba.
Oh.
I hope we have another. Also, just all meant speaking of votes and things, we have a dead heat once again in the Dreamlands voting. It's wild. Sorry, KJ. I apologize. Do you know? Should I not bring it up?
No, bring it up daily so I don't forget to fucking vote.
Understood. Well, I'll just text you every day.
So no change.
So no change.
I'll vote for whatever you want me to vote for.
Yeah, you fucking will.
Okay.
At this moment, I want Sierra so badly to go into the Discord, to go to the Dreamlands, like the Dreamlands downtime thing, to look at what KJ has voted the past 3 days, and to vote for the opposite. That would be the most. That would be the most.
No,
I absolutely will.
That's what I will do to negate Sierra's vote.
No.
Okay, B has won, so she is going to send a friendly message. Meridian kind of gets on, and she'll kind of pause for a moment, and I don't know, think for a second, and then say, Commander Cosmic, it's Meridian. Probably don't expect to hear me on a channel like this, but I'm inbound in a Fiat vessel and was hoping I could pick your brain about a mission in some hostile space. Anybody there at the Team Tomorrow base? Pierce, would you roll a D8?
Sure. 6.
Kid Stardust answers. And he says, whoa, Meridian? Wow. I guess I should see if we could roll out the red carpet. I mean, the red docking clamps. They're actually blue. Yeah, I'll go find the boss. We'll start rehydrating some food. Make a big welcome for you. You're in a Fiat ship, you said? Meridian says, yeah. Long story.
Can we all hear this?
Yeah, you can all hear this.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone would like to do a kind of like a read person on that thing about rehydrating food, you may.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Success.
We're going under, right?
You want to be under, yeah.
Also success.
Success.
Same.
Kid Stardust is like joking. He's like, he's making like,
Oh, thank God.
astronaut
Okay.
pouch food jokes. They have hydroponic gardens and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I love astronaut ice cream.
Well, you got plenty here. All right, so cool. So you guys basically, Kid Stardust will, just as she's about to hang off though, Kid Stardust comes through and goes, oh, but Meridian, one thing, you guys aren't, you're not bringing any, like invasive species or anything with you, right? You don't have any like weird like animals or predatory alien creatures or anything like that? She'll say, no, just unless you count humans. He's like, no, I don't. Okay, I was hoping you could help us with our pest problem. No problem. See you soon.
The
I'm immediately
pest-
like the logs of anything that about a pest problem with Team Tomorrow.
Team Tomorrow is not a part of Fiat, so you don't
Right,
have
but anything
access.
that might have popped up at all, yeah.
Sure, you can do a use computer on that. Yeah. You can do a use computer on that sort of thing. Yeah, go ahead,
I
Violet.
could try to help with the pest control. But I won't use my grenades. I'll try. I swear.
Meridian like flies over to you and goes, Violet, listen. You are a skilled and dedicated demolitions expert. And I don't want you to
I
think
just
like that.
know when to blow things up.
Exactly.
And
Where
I blew the
use
wrong
computer?
thing up.
But you didn't. You blew up what you thought you had to blow up. And I want you to trust yourself, and I want you to think about just always remember that there's always a next time, and you might need a time might come where you are going to need to use your grenades to stop some pests on this ship.
Okay.
Meridian is actually going to expend 1 power and use she's going to try to give you an empathy wave. So I'm going to roll that on her behalf. Yes, KJ, you have a question?
Where's use computers?
Right. Is that
Yeah.
not on there? Sorry. Yep.
No.
Just kidding. That's the wrong system.
Oh.
Armament. Your for you
You mean
this would be
Michael?
a research.
Michael?
Yep.
31, so hard success.
You could do a research as well, Rena, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Meridian succeeds at an empathy wave. Violet, you feel better.
Yay.
Blue.
A blue success.
Blue success, yeah.
You're under the blue number. Great, that's a hard as well. So Michael and Rena both get a hard success. Now you don't have access to Team Tomorrow's like internal mission logs and things. Are not a part of it, but you are picking up what limited like interstellar chatter and warnings there are, and both of you notice that they are in this sort of sector of space is an outbreak of something called nebula bats.
So, wait, so how this works is if you're in that number and under, that's what your rate is?
Yes, what are you trying to do, sorry?
I was going to research too as like a surge of like the empathy got to me.
Absolutely,
So
sure. Okay,
I
sure.
also rolled and I
Ooh.
got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay, well, I would say
Yes.
you would probably less do research and you would more do an analyze. So I actually would like for you to click on your analyze box.
Alright.
Because I think that what you're probably more likely doing, and remember to click the box if you succeeded, KJ.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah, got it.
I think that you're analyzing and you're kind of like Meridian stuff, you're wiping some tears away and you're like, yeah, actually, I can just retrofit my stun grenades. That could take out. You hear them talking about nebula bats. You're like, yeah, that could get rid of nebula
That
bats.
could take them out. Easy. Fine. You're right.
In any event, your ship soon pulls up toward a space station. It is very like retro futuristic, a real kind of like 1950s, 1960s rocket fin.
Can I do
aesthetic.
research on the bats?
Sure. You can do additional research on the bats that you and Michael have done while Michael's playing. And Michael, give me another piloting roll.
Red success.
Spend another power on that.
Red success? How low did you roll?
11.
Wow. Nice.
All right, I just spent 4 power on that, but I got a hard success.
A hard 4 power, worth it for hard success. Michael, you do want to go to those blue docking clamps, and you guide the ship in with excellent stuff. Rena, as you look more into nebula bats, you see that nebula bats are a rather troublesome kind of sentient fungus that can grow in the vacuum of space. They're sort of like gills. Typically mushrooms would have like a mushroom cap. These ones have gills that grow out into wings that they can use to kind of like move around, but really their wings are not for locomotion. They more kind of scuttle and crawl. The wings, they can kind of like fly with them, but the wings are actually more for breathing.
Gross.
Very sorry. And again, these are sentient, not sapient. That's a big difference that often gets misused in sci-fi. Sentient means like a creature that has any degree of self-awareness, like even a dog or a cat or whatever, just like can sense things, can have a sense of whatever, as opposed to plants. Whereas sapient means what a lot of people say is like sentient life. Sapient means capable of speech and thought and all that sort of stuff. So, Michael, you dock beautifully. Billy, is there any research you want to do on this? I feel like everyone else was researching.
Sure. Well, given that we now have like this, I would like to know if there's if I can drill down knowing about these bat fungus.
Okay.
If there's anything infectious about them that we should be worried about.
Ooh, do a medicine.
Medicine, okay.
That medicine is a role maybe no one has done in this system ever.
I mean, I would assume, just being part of Fiat, that we have to get several vaccines.
You have a lot.
Probably not for space.
Have a lot of it.
I bet we do. I bet.
Just in case. Go ahead.
70, so that is a success, a regular success.
All right, a regular success.
You know what? I'm gonna spend a power to reroll.
Sure, why not?
I forgot I have that ability.
What are we all here for?
Worse. 70, success.
70 success. You know that aboard the ship there are various antifungal creams. So you suspect they would have some effect.
Okay. I'll just remind everyone about that.
Get the Benadryl.
Guys, don't forget your antifungal creams. Michael, as you dock, Meridian says, "Excellent work, Michael. Great flying."
Thank you.
At this point, as you guys sort of head to the airlock, it opens, and the doors open, and you see that Kid Stardust is standing there, and Commander Cosmic is also walking up. And Commander Cosmic looks and says, "Hey there! Hey everyone! Welcome to the ship. To the station. We can move it so it kind of is a ship. I don't think Meridian, of course," he kind of nods, but then he sort of pauses and says, "Oh, I think I was figuring you said you were in a Fiat ship. I thought you were going to maybe be bringing some Topflight members, but it probably is a... never mind. So this way, this way, everyone. Let's get you guys settled in here, and Kid Stardust goes, "Good news. I was able to rehydrate all the food into like normal food that's just good. Provided you like alien cuisine."
I don't know, but I'm excited to try it.
The good news is, the humans among us can guarantee that this stuff only makes you really sick. I'm kidding. It's great. This way. And he kind of leads you guys into a thing. And he does sort of stop and say, "Also, remember when I was talking about how there's a pest problem?"
Yeah.
He points at like the floor, and you guys do see some like moldy sort of growth. And he then lights
I'm gonna take
up.
the picture of it.
He then lights up some like stuff on his hand and just kind of blasts it with the Power Galactic. And he's like, there's some fungal things around. Just don't worry about it. This way, guys, this way." And Commander...
So much power, and it's just like...
Well, he's only Kid Stardust, so he doesn't have that much. He's got like a little of it. Whereas Commander Cosmic's got the like, he's like got it like coming out of his eye. Remember, he's got like one glowing eye.
Okay.
What is it with
Ah.
eyes?
Yeah. What's up?
I
I
wasn't
don't know. I
prepared.
do a lot of eye stuff.
Yeah.
But they'll sort of lead you to a sort of meeting room, and Commander Cosmic is kind of holding back. Would all of you do a read person on Commander Cosmic?
Sure.
And just so people can click different boxes, if you've already done and clicked a read person, if you'd rather do a detect vibe, I would let you do that. I just want to
I
know
would. Thank
who
you.
has done what.
Yes. Detect vibe. Oh, 16. Look at me.
Wow.
48, so barely missing a hard success.
So a normal success.
Yeah.
Great.
Normal
are-
success with a 59.
And Violet, is that a read person?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so you've read person. Billy?
I'm also going to do a detect vibe. I rolled an 8,
Ooh,
so I believe that's an extreme success. Not a
great. So you have an extreme. Rena and Michael both have normal successes. Or no, Rena, you had a hard success.
Yes.
Okay, I will say, Violet, you can tell, as the only person who has any sort of success as far as like read person, you can tell that Commander Cosmic is like wants to ask something specific, but is also like, never mind, that is awkward, never mind, he's not. Michael, you think Commander Cosmic, so basically Violet's gonna get some like kind of like actual stuff. The rest of you will get some emotions. Michael, you think he is a little disappointed. Rena, you think he is disappointed and curious. Billy, you think he's disappointed, curious, and horny.
In my experience, those emotions
What did
do
Billy
often go
get?
together.
Billy had an extreme roll in 8.
So,
So basically, you guys get the between you all, you get the sense that he was hoping somebody else might just happen to be on this ship. He'd like to ask
Oh,
about that
right.
person because he's into them. But
oh right.
sadly, whatever. In any case, he sort of comes in and says, "All right, so yeah, here," and they're sure enough is food. You also see a few other of the weird members of Team Tomorrow are around. I know Topflight West met them in one of the games, but there's Stellar Lass, the Robo Roller. Remember that robot like kind of lady? I said she's kind of like a like Rosie from the Jetsons type. The Ortling is the little kind of like weird and wiry creature. Obviously, a lot of these people were out of commission. You were rescuing them in your mission. The Magmanaut and the Astromancer, whom those of you from LLA know, the Astromancer is kind of coming in and saying, "Greetings! It is so good to see heroes of Earth in our area." And she kind of, her kind of like star's face and cloak and everything is billowing out. And when she talks, it's definitely in a different font. So,
Excellent. Could I, just with the sense of like in the room, I just sort of want to say the cat knows like,
yeah.
I know that you have from my understanding, there's a pest problem. Is there other things happening out here? You seem just a little bit on edge.
Oh, well, we're always on edge out here on the frontier, and Narthex is up to something, I'll tell you all that much. But no, I thought I was thinking there might be somebody else on the ship, don't worry. And as for the pest control problem, don't worry. And at that point, the Ortling screams, "Bat!" And every member of Team Tomorrow turns and fires a low bolt of the Power Galactic or whatever ability they have. The Magmanaut shoots some like magma at it as there was a bat crawling up the wall, and they just obliterate it.
Like the most powerful thing in the galaxy. It's
Like
just-
they could all just spread out and potentially just finish this problem.
Commander Cosmic goes, "I'm sorry, we are a little, sorry, I guess, we might be a little more on edge, because of that. You know, he has a literal star in his eye. That's where his power cosmic comes from. I said power galactic is the power cosmic. No, power cosmic is, it has to be
That's
power galactic. Power
Marvel.
cosmic is Silver Surfer.
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Rena is just, by the way, just getting selfies with everyone for her scrapbook.
No problem. Yeah, you, Rena gets the selfies. But in any case, Commander Cosmic kind of will go to Meridian and say, all right, so, but yeah, well, you're welcome as always. We're certainly surprised to see you. But are you, is there something you need our help with, or you said you might need some advice or assistance? And Meridian, I'll have this be a vote. Does Meridian come out with the whole explanation of everything, or does she simply say, I need a way to get to the astral plane? Is she going to give the backstory of what her mission is, or is she just going to say, we need a path to the astral plane, and we hear there's one inside cathedral space? So A is full story, B is just the facts. I think just the facts is winning this. I'm sorry, Fractal Pterodactyl. Sorry, Violet. You've been outvoted. So, Meridian will,
It's been happening. It's okay.
Sorry. Meridian basically says, well, we won't bore you with all the details, but, we need a path to the astral plane from real space. And, rumor has it that there are a couple of anomalies. Oh, animal for people with souls care about there's an animal there. I feel nothing, but the rest of you might feel something there, so see it. So yeah, basically she kind of explains she explains what they need. Commander Cosmic goes, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you need you need to get to one of those gravitational anomalies. I know the sector you're talking about. I mean, before I get to that, I do have to warn you guys that, things can get pretty trippy on the way to places, to sort of realms of reality like that. We do have a couple of experimental craft that can handle that. I mean, the Magmanaut, that's basically her whole thing, is sort of going to places that, people aren't supposed to be able to go to. The Magmanaut, for the record, is this, she's kind of like Rocky Jumper, but she looks like a Renaissance sculpture and she can talk. And she does salvage inside of planet cores and stars. She can sort of survive.
Can she move?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's totally a movement. She's like akin to Rocky Jumper in the sense she's like a rock thing.
But does she move like a Barbie, I guess, or does she?
Oh, she definitely does have like a stiltedness in her movement. Yeah.
So not like fully articulated joints.
I think they're articulated, but like it takes her a moment to like shift them. She only appears like a Renaissance statue because she saw them and thought they were pretty.
Yeah.
She's those there's a scary Doctor Who thing like that, right? Some stone things.
The Weeping Angels.
That's how she goes. Anyway, but like nice. I don't know. Anyway, yes, Billy, you had a question?
No. We're well past that moment now. Continue.
We're well past that moment. I'm sorry. Commander Cosmic says, I mean, you're Meridian. If you guys need to go, I suppose we can lend you one of our Magmanaut. You could lend them one of the interdimensional craft, and the Magmanaut will sort of say, I can do so. No problem. Anything for Meridian and Rena. Selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commander
How
Cosmic says,
dangerous is it to stand near Magmanaut?
What? When I said that Magmanaut threw magma, I forgot what her power was, so she didn't. She just shot it with a ray gun.
Oh, okay.
She's not hot inside. She's the Magmanaut because she can go into magma and survive. She doesn't have magma.
Got it.
That's on me. Sorry. Oh. She shot a heat ray. She had a heat ray gun. Don't worry. In any case, Commander Cosmic says, yeah. I mean, I gotta warn you guys. I'm sure you know this. You're smart, people. But out here in space, we're sort of familiar with some stuff. You can get to somewhere like the astral plane, but you can get to all sorts of other weird things on the way. The kind of ship like the Magmanaut would send you in, it should protect you from, your reality and makeup and everything breaking down too much, but it can get pretty weird in there.
Sorry, just point of clarification.
Yeah.
You said too much? So like what's like just like rough percentage of my reality breaking down should I prepare for?
Well, I mean, you guys are going to the astral plane. You're going to a realm of, sort of pure thought and subconscious. So, I mean, you're
It'll just be like a weird dream.
Well, the dreamlands are much harder to access, but yeah.
No, I'm sort of prepared for that, but I'm not gonna like disintegrate and be pulled apart and reformed as we travel there.
Magma Nut, and she'll kind of say, it's complicated. Sort of.
Okay.
He'll say, but I mean, they could use, she'd say, we could use one of the interdimensional bathyspheres. That should protect them from true dissociation.
I mean, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Meridian says, wow, that's so kind of you. If you'd like, I can even come with you. Meridian says, I can't ask anyone else to go to the astral plane. And Meridian will also say, and to the rest of you, you are welcome to continue on this mission, but once we get to the astral plane, it becomes very dangerous. You are welcome to stay here on the ship. The Ortling once again, bah! And they all pew 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 pew.
I mean, I did read a book on astral projection on the way here, and I really feel like I want to try to put that time to use. And I feel like if I stay here, I'm gonna get shot.
The
Marina's gonna follow Michael on this.
The Ortling kind of looks up at you and just goes, "You'll be fine. You don't look like a bat." And the Robo-Roller will sort of say, "You might not be fine. You could read as a bat to me. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Bat." Another one came in. Commander Cosmic goes, yeah, it's, I'll be honest with you, Billy. Yes, I am a little on edge. The bats have got me a little on edge.
You might say they're got you a little
Don't.
batty.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess they do. I guess they do have me a little batty. Meridian says, how difficult would it be for me to learn how to operate this interdimensional bathysphere, or if any members of our crew were coming in? Michael's been our pilot so far, and he's done a good job. And Kid Stardust goes, yeah, you did great. You didn't even scrape the paint. Most people scrape the paint on those docking clamps.
A little training here or there never hurts.
I don't know. You ever train with a Magma Knot? She hits hard. It hurts.
Fair.
He shoots a bat. In any case, Commander Cosmic goes, well, yeah, if that's all you need, you can get through. Now, getting to that area, I wouldn't take your little Fiat craft. Meridian, everyone owes you. All of existence owes you. Is this a super pressing thing? Because we can take a ship and go. Otherwise, we could wait until we're sort of heading that direction. Meridian says, what does Meridian say? Is it pressing? Do we need to go now? Or can we wait? Can we he's not saying it's going to be like weeks or anything. It's just like I could sort of wait for the next reason we'd go, which there's always one. But so A, Meridian says this is pressing, we should go now. B, Meridian says it can wait. I'll give you guys another beat. A, B, A, B. A. God, you really are getting outvoted at every
I
point here.
know.
You're the new
Not
guy.
intentional this time.
So the other times were?
Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know.
Oh my goodness.
Meridian kind of pauses for a moment, and it's always the thing like she hates to ask, but she goes, I gotta tell you, it kind of is pressing. And he goes, say no more. Let's prep one of the ships. I got an idea. Meridian, do you and your team have any interest in flying in a highly experimental new craft that we took from some space pirates?
Absolutely.
Cool. Then, yeah, we can try to get you towards one of these gravitational anomalies, and hopefully we'll get you there without Narthex ever even being the wiser. Go ahead and, hey team, let's, well, I guess we're gonna head out. Let's load one of those bathyspheres into the you-know-what, and, we'll leave in 10. And they're like, great, cool. So they begin sort of going off. At this point, however, the Magmanaut does come up to Meridian, and she will say, I do want to once again offer my expertise in piloting. I am sure your pilot is good, but this requires a different kind of... This is what I built for. Does Meridian accept the help of another person? Will she endanger someone else for this? It does. Before we do that, though, I'm going to have Meridian make a, on her behalf, I will have Meridian make a, like an analyze roll, which she has a 76 in, so she's good, but not, superhuman. She does, however, roll a 32, which is a hard success. Meridian does realize that the Magmanaut is going to be able to, is an expert in piloting in, like, uncharted regions and crazy stuff. Certainly will be able to sort of bring some to this weird, going interdimensional ball. On the other hand, unlike Fiat members who have sort of pledged to, like, protect the Earth, the Magmanauts, is an alien species, and Meridian knows the Magmanaut is doing this out of sort of hero worship. So, it will help the mission, and the Magmanaut is willing, but Meridian also feels like, doesn't want to endanger further people. You four, who cares? This alien rock lady, that seems a bit much. So, A, Meridian says, thank you, I'll accept your help. B, Meridian says, I can't ask you to do that, but you're so kind. I appreciate everything. Is the Magmanaut going with you? Vote now. Uh-oh. I heard a gasp.
Wait, which one are the options again?
A is, yes, I'd love to have you come. B, I couldn't ask you to do that. But so far, Fractal has not been on the losing side of this history. That's what Meridian values, damn it. There you go.
Why are they heroes after all, if not to help?
Amen. I think that one is winning.
Look, I'm just trying to pay off my student loans.
Unless there's a... wrong industry. Unless there's a huge groundswell now of B.
I was told there would be loan forgiveness for government employees.
Director Gallows is like, that's a bit of a miscommunication.
That was under the previous administration.
Rena, are you going to vote or are you going to let this one go?
I'm going to let this one go.
Understood. Rena's like, not my problem. Meridian ultimately says, Magmanaut, thank you so much. If you're sure, we could really use your help. Magmanaut says, I'm sure. Selfie. Meridian says, you don't have a phone. She goes, I know, but I liked the way that Rena did it.
Okay, we can do more. We can.
Can we do a selfie with me and Meridian?
Yeah, if I gave you the phone,
Meridian's
sure.
like, just hand me the phone.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go. All right, cool. So as you guys sort of head to this vessel, they'll sort of walk you up. You also do notice that Robo Roller is like moving this other ship into the cargo bay of this thing, and it's a large, kind of like 20. I think it's about 20 feet in diameter sphere. that, you know, a bunch of you are going to kind of cram into, and it has some weird thruster appendages. Great.
Is this me, or do our ships continually get smaller? Like, it feels like the more dangerous the situation, the smaller the ship.
Are we able to pack everything we need
Navigation
for
purposes.
this?
That is actually a good point. You're going to have fewer. You'll have to make some. I mean, honestly, Violet, you can take all of your grenades. That's not a problem.
I probably have them hidden somewhere.
Rena may not be able to take all of her tablets, but she can probably take a lot. Michael, you're fine. Billy,
Do I have multiple tablets?
I think of it in like Star Trek terms, where like every book is a separate tablet, so people just carry around stacks of iPads. But yes, no, you only have a tablet.
Okay.
That's funny.
Because I've been picturing like the one tablet, maybe a smartwatch. Like
Yeah, you have a tablet where you're like, cool, and then you pull up a hollow tablet. Yeah.
Maybe a work tablet and a personal tablet.
At most. At
Yeah.
most.
And a pain relief tablet. As you guys prepare and get into that ship, Commander Cosmic says, "All right, team. Well, let's get them where they're going." Oh, the ship that you're getting onto, by the way, is a very strange looking, very alien technological sort of thing. It's incredibly spiny, and it has almost what look like solar panels or solar sort of catcher things, but they are completely matte black. So it kind of looks like a spinefish, you know those lionfish? You ever seen those kinds of things?
Oh, yeah.
But like it's all black, and it's kind of sort of structured in that, and like you see just from like the bay window as you're walking along the sort of thing to go board it, like it's getting prepped, like they're all sort of spinning around themselves. And Commander Cosmic pauses and goes, "No one here is susceptible to has anyone here ever been possessed by a ghost?" In Meridian, he's like, "I know you have, Meridian." She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You four, and you've been possessed by a ghost?"
Would
No.
we know?
Well, I think you'd probably
Wait,
remember. The
that
star
how
in his
it-
eye is just gleaming.
Why does he know that she's been possessed?
Is that how it works? Does Ghostman possess her? Is that how?
Like,
how-
is that
the thing?
how they're
Are you
intercourse?
asking that?
Like,
No, I don't know that.
No.
No, yeah,
Ghost
us
Man,
fiat people don't know.
No, like Meridian's had lots of adventures. She's had her mind controlled. She's been ghost possessed. It's fine. Ghostman is just saying, okay, so this is a.
Right now it's both.
This is a. This ship's gonna sound sort of creepier than it is. This is a sort of flying graveyard necro ship. Just if you feel any presences in your mind while you're on this ship trying to get into your mind, just don't let them in. You'll be fine. They're not that strong. We've got dampeners. Just if you feel a presence trying to worm itself into your brain, just ignore. Okay? Everyone get me? Do any of you guys know a guy named Armament? And you know him from no? Okay.
We never met him, right?
Mostly just by reputation.
Well, I mean, no, of them, yeah.
Cool. Actually, did Rena and Billy beat him? No, was he there for the first Formation Nation?
Probably.
You guys
'cause I
all-
remember
Yeah,
Spindon
so-
The
was
first
there.
one, yeah, he
Yeah.
hadn't switched yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah,
you did meet him actually, Billy and Rena.
I mean,
Michael.
yeah, I mean, for like a few hours.
Second, yeah.
Cool.
Why do you ask?
Just was wondering. Don't worry about it. He'll kind of lead you guys towards the ship. Meridian sort of sighs and says, "Thank you all for coming. Are you all sure you wanna come for this part? You can always stay on this haunted graveyard vessel if you'd rather.
We signed up for the mission, and this is the mission.
I'm really grateful to have all of you with me. All right. Wow, it's like I'm stepping into a." She goes, "Wait, necro ship is this?" And he goes, "Yeah, you know what it's like? It's actually, I think it's connected to the same stuff that like Ghost Man's whole like veil. This thing like messes with the edge of the veil somehow, and kind of that's how we can go undetected." And she goes, It's almost like he's helping me after all. She goes and gets out. Just heard Pat laugh so bad.
Yikes.
Why has he been perfect?
It was a good timing, though.
Laughed
That was good
so hard.
timing.
It was good. Yeah. Are you saying yikes because she said that, like that creepy thing about Ghost Man, KJ?
Oh, not creepy thing. I don't know.
They like each other. Okay.
I guess.
She down bad.
Yeah, that's the yikes.
Yeah,
Shit,
she
it's
real
pretty
down
yikes.
He did such a bad parting, and yet, ugh.
Yeah. No.
You know, to be fair, how functional can superhero relationships be anyway? You know what I mean? Like, you know, he may have gotten like way more heads up than you would normally get. That like, oh, where's my partner? Another dimension? No idea. They show up. It's been 35 years. What? Like, oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
as you guys board the vessel, Commander Cosmic will sort of go to the controls. He's the pilot. Come on. He's like, all right. So we're gonna get away from the station, then we're gonna start to do a little creepy stuff. Remember, if you see something trying to get into your mind, don't let it in. All right. So as you guys are kind of all on the bridge, he takes the controls, shifts it away. The interior looks very gothic and creepy, by the way. It does look like a, like catacombs or something. He starts piloting the ship out. And then right in its path emerges Top Sauce.
I was waiting.
Commander Cosmic goes, armament.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this poor guy.
He's-
He down bad.
Oh, man.
Such a
May
such
I
a
offer
tease
you
for this guy.
archetype? Please take him. You can have him.
Meridian sort of says, oh no. And he goes, oh, more joining your team? Meridian says, I don't think so. And now, Meridian has one final incredibly important choice to make. A, Meridian says, all right, I guess we better hear what they have to say. Let's return to dock. Or B, Commander, punch it.
Just real quick question.
Yeah.
Like, Top Sauce is known to be part of Topflight West.
At this point, it is known that that is Topflight West's ship.
When are we starting our voting?
Now, vote now.
Oh, no.
Ooh! I think you are going to stand alone this time.
Yeah, I know I am. But I still stand by it.
It's tricky. What would Meridian do? It's a question.
Yeah. It's,
She is convinced.
this is a little
she's doing the
grayer
right
than
thing. I think she's convinced
Yeah.
she's doing the right thing, and she knows they're gonna try and stop her. She doesn't want to have to fight him.
She definitely doesn't want to fight.
But at the same time, she wants to listen to what they have to say, because obviously we're coming
Well-
to her going like,
Oh, it's a tie. Ooh, we got a
Let's
horse
talk.
race.
KJ.
KJ, you're going to have to
Thank
say
you.
something. Sophia,
Saber?
you got you.
Saber?
Sophia, we
Oh.
need you.
um,
Oh, baby.
you my homie right now.
Realistically, I feel like she would want to hear what we have to say, but she's gone this far without
she
bothering to check with anybody.
well,
No,
no,
she
But-
checked
no,
with
no,
lots
The
of
fact-
people.
She,
Yeah.
and she
I mean, not with
expressly,
Topflight
she,
West.
Yeah.
but she
Didn't go to us
expressly
to
asked
begin
us
with.
to not talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just like,
But like, that's why she knows that the fact that we're coming, like,
I don't know.
Sophia, well, I mean, if you don't feel you can vote, because if you missed one episode of this,
Can you just, Philip? Can you just send Aaron a text message that says A or B?
oh,
okay. Well, KJ hasn't voted yet, though.
Yeah, I haven't.
He's gonna vote like
Okay,
pretty sharp.
if it's B, if I say she says punch it,
It doesn't guarantee we get out of here.
No, I know. Topflight
Right.
isn't just gonna like give up, right?
No,
No!
of course not. You got archetype at the controls. Come on.
Yeah.
She said punch it.
No!
Punch it. And as
She's
she
not gonna
says,
get away.
As she says punch it,
That doesn't mean shit. Now we're more pissed at her.
that's the
Yeah.
end of the
Yeah.
issue. And
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes next time.
Ah!
Or maybe in many weeks. But first, we gotta check it with those murder babes. Oh, wait.
What? Hey, Teleportia, what happens if you...
Wait. Aaron got back to me and said A+. plus.
So that's 8.5. That's basically B. So it's,
That's what happens. You round down to the
That
next
tied it
letter.
up. Sophia, you haven't voted. Sophia, it's to you.
Sophia, this is all you've ever wanted. Decide the course of one of our
Yes.
shows.
Decide the course of the
Decide.
game. Do they talk, or does she punch it?
Although I'm
an
curious to
answer.
see what happens
And
when
now,
Teleportia uses a portal on something trying to transfer to another dimension.
oh, she gonna try so hard.
Can't she do
Just
big
create
portals like
Does
the
she just create a Mobius strip that we have to forever live on?
I mean, she can create something up to 20 feet, right?
Actually, you can make
Yeah,
a
I
portal
could
big
just-
enough for the bathysphere you'll be in.
Yeah.
Not what you're currently in. The current ship is much larger, but the ship you
Okay,
guys are
gotcha.
gonna get in is much smaller.
No.
I mean, that'll happen under any.
Then vote B, Sophia, if you want to see the portal.
No.
vote B.
At this point, this is like Team Portals or Team Lumen.
Wow.
Wow.
Lines in the sand.
Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
If you want to start a war, we can start a war.
We've already been at a war, and
Yes,
I'm
but now you're
tired of
fighting
it.
goodness.
I'm tired
You're
of it.
literally fighting.
This is why I
goodness.
wanted to talk. I wanted to make love, not war, but you started the war.
I knew I should
and
never have
so-
trusted you. Your portals are dark purple. It's too close.
Oh, all right, all right. So
While we're waiting for Sophia, I want to say that I texted Erin. I said no B, and she goes, "I've never been happy with a B."
Oh, that's great.
Oh man.
Well, Sophia, if you
Now
do-
I wonder how she would have voted if he had said 1 or 2.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I didn't know. Seriously.
Sophia votes with KJ.
Oh, all right.
So yes, it ends with
I will
Meridian saying
remember
punch it.
this. I will
Again,
remember
a real
this.
barn burner, dead heat of a vote. And as she says punch it, Commander Cosmic, looking at Top Sauce, he doesn't want to run away from armament, but then part of him is like, but then maybe he's like,
The
or
chase
maybe-
is hot.
He's like, or maybe does part of me want to have him chase me a bit? Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-bum. So, wow, everyone, thank you so much for this game. I want to extend a personal apology to KJ, whom I offended too many times today to the point that she struck her desk and turned off her computer monitor. In a manner of speaking. So I apologize for that. I apologize for all the times I forced people to take puffs of inhalers. But all that being said, I think that it was a pretty fun one. So thank you all for watching and playing. And I do think we have now gotten this to a very interesting situation of what will happen if these two teams are like at odds. How will this go down? And will it come to blows? Can Meridian find a better way? Or will Shinobi Red use?
I mean, I don't think Rena is going to try and fight a group of superheroes.
No. Oh, no.
Realistic.
Oh, I should clarify. Yes, it actually isn't hard. You guys won't participate in the fight. It will be Meridian versus
Okay.
the team.
Because Rena's absolutely just going to be like, hey, I just have a gun. Like,
Yeah.
No, not a part of this. Yep.
Nah.
You can fight Archetype. So thank you all. This was really good. That being said, will we follow this up in our next issue, or will we return to Neon Flight or do another thing? Who knows?
Am I gonna finally become a murder babe?
Oh, maybe we get to be a murder babe next week.
We'll see.
We'll see. So, thank you all so much for watching. We do have some other games on the channel. On
Or we start a new
Friday.
game of the Healing Hags.
The Healing Hags. Which one is that? What?
I don't know. No, we started a new game. It's the opposite of Murder
The
Babes.
Murder Babes is Healing
Oh
Hags.
yeah.
Healing Hanks. Where we joined the Hoboken Witch on a
On her endless trap.
Let's heal everyone so that we can heal ourselves in time to get on that sweet
We just go with-
synthetic body.
We just go with the Hoboken Witch on her version of Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh my god.
I was watching a Mickey Mouse cartoon today, one of those like wonderful like the newer Mickey Mouse cartoons they've done in the past 10 years. And it's where he's like hanging out with he's like trying to get 3 ghosts to leave his house, and they have a sign on their wall. I think it says like die, scream, cry rather than eat, pray, love, or something, like whatever it was. It was
So live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh. Oh yeah, live, laugh, love. So it's die, cry, but I think the last one was cry. Anyway, it was very funny. So all that being said,
Last year for Pride, Target had a shirt that I really wanted to buy that said "Live, Laugh, Lesbian." I just didn't
Pretty
like the font, so I chose not to.
fair enough. Live,
Pretty
laugh,
good.
lesbian. If there's a comma in there, then it's like an imperative.
There was no comma. Or you know what? I don't remember.
Probably wouldn't.
Probably.
What was happening on Friday, fella?
On Friday, we have Blood from a Stone, our horror game. We lost one last week in our horror game. We may lose more because a Dreadstorm is. Oh, the hour is 12. It is guaranteed to happen as soon as
Do you
somebody
not lose
plays a
someone
queen.
every week?
No. Recently, we've had more slow mounting dread rather than constant. Not every genre is somebody dies. Not every genre is slasher movie. You know, some of it is they get psychologically tormented, and then there's like a climactic thing where 6 die at once. Depends. So join us for that. They're currently trekking through a sort of a dark fantasy world. It's very fun stuff. On Sunday, we are finally back with Here Be Dragons.
Yeah.
I should actually make sure all the dragons
Been
are
like
away.
2 months.
It's been so
Andrew asked me, I had lunch with Andrew yesterday, and he asked me, are we on hiatus?
No, it's because we only play every 2 weeks, but then when we miss once, then it's every month.
Yeah.
So please come join us for that on Sunday. That'll be a lot of fun as they survived a totally not creepy church service, so everything's fine. Had some cool readings last time. And then on Monday, we're back with the Dreamlands. Now, I've been talking about this earlier. Also, everyone should vote with KJ. Whatever KJ is voting for, everyone should
Yeah,
vote for that.
seriously. All hail to KJ.
Because
Or don't.
No, it's fine.
Pierce, you're welcome to say that. I have to.
Everything
No, I know.
has proven KJ is queen. She is fire. She is life.
I don't
itself.
appreciate the tone you're using.
She's life, she's fire. Everyone do what she wants. She's our inspiration.
We
Such
all
a good
know,
friend.
everyone-
Oh my gosh.
Oh, just so everyone knows, we will be having merchandise. It's prayer candles with KJ on them.
No.
So yes, on Monday we were back with the Dreamlands. This past week's Dreamlands was a lot of fun. We introduced a new thread. See what I did there? Because of
Oh my god.
yeah, it was grimmer. It was grimmer than people realized at first. One option is called the Assistant, and we can follow up on the Stitched Orlando and head to a world called Wild Range that is sort of uncharted frontiers. And I will actually mention the world of Wild Range, this is a little bit of a heads up about this, is a material plane, but it has some non-standard physical elements to it, which is that it is an infinite plane. But there is a section of it where once you tread past it, it becomes like exponentially harder to take every step. So basically it's a world where going out into the frontier can take forever and coming back takes no time at all. Or relatively speaking. So join us for that as we venture to Wild Range, or as we finally venture to the Kingdom by the Sea. But KJ doesn't want us to do that one. She wants us to do the Assistant, not many far wiser than we. So one looks into the Orlando side of things and maybe finds a way to help Friederica. The other
Maybe.
looks- I mean, it's more, you hope that person will have intel on that. The other side is looking into Betty Bilebelcher, who will put the curse on poor old Damien. What was his name? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Damien. On a chef. Put a curse on a chef. Nightmare curse on a chef. Don't worry about it. And you'll meet Dracula there. Dracula said, "Would you come there? We'll talk." So, those are the options. Right now, I believe we are in a dead heat. So just vote a lot because it's going to be close, unlike last week, which was a full blowout.
And since we've had several ratings, just pointing out the voting is done in our Discord.
Oh yes, in our Discord, in the downtime thread. Please go there, ask any questions in the general thread. We're happy to explain it all. Also, in our Discord, you can also go to our YouTube to watch old episodes. You can go to the wiki that Sophia has put together to see kind of how all these games kind of connect and interact with each other. And yeah, that's what we have going on. Follow all these wonderful players on their socials if you so choose. Would anyone like to plug anything or reference anything?
I mean, I've been streaming a little bit again. I found Glory on Monday.
Nice.
I found Glory. I did not find Glory today, but I got close. I'll let you come watch my stream to figure out what that means.
I'm going to keep my Manzukas challenge going here. And I'm going to choose to go with the weird fungus bat thing we had going on today. So I'm going to say that if you want to watch a version of that is probably less comedic, but very good, I recommend watching the movie Annihilation with Natalie Portman.
Very good. I thought you were going to recommend The Last of Us.
No. But if you want to watch something with a comedic fungus, then I recommend the Super Mario Brothers movie starring Bob Hoskins.
Now that's a movie. Now Tane I can get into. Guys, I'm going to have a parting word. This guy here, pretty disappointed with the D&D Lego set. Okay. Thank you all so much for... it was announced, if you guys are aware of that.
Yeah.
$360. That's not...
Okay.
Look, the owl bear, like, it's sort of cute, I guess. Whatever. So thank you all for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Until next time, have a top night.
Oh my god.